Okay, so we're on to H6-5. It says solve, round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. So we're starting out with number 15 here, and it's an exponential equation, right? This is exponential. We know that because we have our x in the exponent. So remember, with these kinds of equations, our goal here is to get it to where we've got, a value is equal to the base raised to a power there. So our 6 that's out in front here has got to go bye-bye. So we're going to divide each side by 6. So right now we've got 3.5 to the power of x is going to equal, let's just see, was that 14, I think? And now to find our answer here, which we're still solving for x, we have to get it out of the exponent. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to take the log of each side. We're going to say the log of 3.5 to the power of x is going to equal the log of 14. That will allow us to apply the power property here and move our x out in front. So we've got x times the log of 3.5 is going to equal the log of 14. And now to isolate x, we're going to go ahead and just divide each side by the log of 3.5. And what we're left with here in the end is going to be x equals the log of 14 over the log of 3.5. Now, what we call that is, like calculation ready answer there. The calculator may have to round some values and things here. So this is the exact answer, okay, before we've typed it into the calculator. After we type this one into the calculator, do the log of 14 divided by the log of 3.5, we should get 2.11, right? Or we say approximately 2.11 would be our answer because we're rounding the nearest hundredth on this one. Let's move on to number 16. Number 16 is, if you were in class, we did this one as a warm-up problem. If you weren't in class here, then, this is a great opportunity for you to catch up and see what we did. So we did 18 times 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 plus 7 equals 79. So again, we need to take this. This is an exponential equation, and we needed to get it to that form where we have a value equals a base raised to a power. So we need to get rid of all the stuff that's not attached to this 5 raised to the power of 2x minus 1. So starting out there, the part that I said is not attached would be the 7. We're going to subtract the 7 from each side. So now we have 18 times 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 is going to equal 72. And then we need to get rid of that 18, so go ahead and divide each side by 18. So now we're left with 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 is going to equal 4. And now we can apply that power property of logs. We're going to say, hey, the log of 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 is going to equal the log of 4. In which case, now this exponent can move out here. When we put it out here, let's make sure we put parentheses around it. So we've got 2x minus 1 times the log of 5 is going to equal the log of 4. And as we continue, we'll continue up over here. So we need to get this quantity that's 2x minus 1 here, where the x is, we need to get it by itself. So we're going to divide each side by our log of 5. So I'll rewrite that over here where I was going. So we have 2x minus 1 now equals the log of 4 divided by the log of 5. And then to get x by itself, we'll just simply add 1 and then divide by 2. So when we do that here, we're going to get that x is going to equal the log of 4 divided by the log of 5 plus 1. And then we're going to divide all that by 2. And after we do that, if we're rounding our answer to the nearest tenths place on this one, we'll get x is approximately 0.93. And then 17 and 18 are just back to some power equations here. So we're going to take this and we need to get it to where, we've got our x to some power, some number here is going to equal some value. So it's, very similar to what we had up here with our exponential ones, except now our variable is the base. So let's take it here. We're going to subtract 1 from each side. We have 3x to the fourth is going to equal 99. And now we're going to divide each side by 3. So we're going to say x to the fourth power is going to equal 33. So in order to find that, we need to undo that fourth power by taking the fourth root. And as we do that, we should end up with x being approximately 2.40. So that is the answer for number 17. And last but not least for this section, it's number 18. So same kind of things going on. Let's just go ahead here. We have 2 to the power of 3x minus 12 is equal to 36. So when we look at this one here, right, is this one more like 15 and 16, or is it more like 17? So our exponent is where the x is, so we're going to have to end up getting that x out of there. So this is more like 15 and 16. So let's go ahead here and start out here by adding 12 first. We have 2 to the power of 3x is equal to 48. And now, we're kind of stuck here. So this is where we need to apply the power property of logs. We need to take it here and take the log of each side. So we have the log of 2 to the power of 3x is going to equal the log of 48. And when we're doing this here, right, we have this power. We can take the whole thing. So it doesn't matter if it's just, just x, or if it was like an x plus 1, we can move that. If it's a 3x, the same thing can happen. So we're going to move that out in front. So now we've got a 3x out in front here. So 3x times the log of 2 equals the log of 48. We'll go ahead here and divide each side by our log of 2. Okay, or if you're looking at it here, right, you're doing 3 times x times the log of 2. We could also divide it by 3 all in the same step. So it's like 3 times the log of 2. This might even be easier for us, so let's do that. We're going to divide it by 3 times the log of 2, because all of that is being multiplied times x, which will leave us with x by itself. And when we do that one there, we're going to have to see what our final answer is going to be, and I believe it is approximately 1.86. All right, so if you have questions about that one, make sure you do ask, okay? Because there's a couple other ways that one could be done. You don't have to do it exactly that way, but I think this part here is probably the easiest if you understand the fact that this is just all multiplication in this previous step up here. All right, that's problems 15, 16, 17, and 18. So if you have questions about those, please mark those down and bring them with you. Go to Math Help, whatever you need to do. All right, thanks for watching.